Helmand and
Yeah.
I thought Mark took 6 to 7. Yeah, 6 to 7 rounds. I'm saying in total.
Total.
Yeah.
I know I gave him the last 3. Like the last 3, right? And then I thought before that, I thought it was kind of 50-50.
I didn't see the first portion of the fight because I was in conversation with somebody else. But I guess I did watch the part of the fight that Mark Smithers was doing better. So I had the impression that Mark Smithers just beat him.
I thought only his jab was effective. I didn't see no right hand.
He was outboxing him towards the end. I thought he was landing some crispy stuff. I even said, you know what? Honestly, if Mark Smithers had some pop,
that's what I was going to say.
He would have because the shot.
But I would venture to say, if either of them had a little more power.
Helmand had him in trouble early. For the first, from 1 to 5, it was Helmand's fight. Then Helmand got overconfident or he lost some energy, one of the two, and he just started, because for 3 rounds he was beating Mark up. Mark made a tactical change, and the change was the difference.
I didn't see the first part of the fight.
So from 1 to 5 or 6, I kind of had it Helmand.
Oh, okay.
And then the last, from 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, like the last 3 rounds for sure, I gave it to Mark.
Oh,
so
that's why his people were saying that he won the fight.
Who? Helmand's people.
Helmand's people.
I thought he won about 4 of the rounds, but Mark ends up winning the last.
Did you believe Mark won the fight overall?
Overall, I thought Mark did win the fight.
But you just thought the judges.
If you're in range,
I
touch
score
him.
was not because they had him almost
heavy
sweeping him. I thought there was at least
If you're in range, just
3 or
touch
4
him.
rounds that definitely 2, 3 rounds for sure. He had him bleeding everything. He messed him up but I think he got overly confident and then he went off of his game plan, because I don't know what it was, but it looked like he got off the game plan. And
it looked like to me exactly when I started watching it later, I was like, yo, why is he
just
fighting
walking,
him?
just walking
Why is
at
he
him.
fighting him? Why is he fighting him? Like,
Right.
he's trying to like
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Because he had
He's
early,
boxing
but
him.
he had early success doing that. So that's why you saw him just walking him down, thinking he could hurt him.
But Mark learns,
But
basically.
Mark made the adjustment.
Made
6, 7
sense.
rounds, Mark started moving. And Mark was like, oh, I just moved around this guy.
By the end of the fight,
But so same thing. Even though maybe Helmand was winning in the first few rounds, he wasn't hurting
No, he
Mark.
don't have the power.
He doesn't have any power either. He doesn't have enough power. So if he's not hurting him, eventually the guy will learn,
You can't hurt.
you can't hurt me. I can take your shots and I can just change up and keep going.
And I think he burned himself.
he burnt himself out.
Doing that
Because
those 2 or 3 rounds, he went really hard.
That's what probably
And I
burnt
think he
himself
burned him out because then his output was like that. He was still, it was had moments.
going, but
But Mark got
Mark
a
was
second
able
win.
to read. Mark was able
And
to
he
read him. I
started doing
think.
it. And Mark, what Mark really neutralized him, which I know he does, he's a professional holder. He ties you up professionally, and he hits you off that little.
Which
is great, which is smart.
He's smart.
Smart.
He does what he's good at, right? But I don't know. You train for it because you know how he fights. But he didn't make the adjustment for it, and I think mentally it just sapped him. And then I thought the roughing was horrible too.
You know what? The thing is, honestly, you see in these fights, it's the adjustments
Fire back, fire back, fire back.
that make the difference.
You gotta have 2.
Come on, white
You
shirt,
gotta
fire
have
back.
3 fights planned. You gotta have your early part of your fight, the middle section, and
Don't go
then
big.
your last section of the fight. You have to plan it out that way because it's gonna have those ease and
Ups and
flows,
downs.
right?
Yeah.
They're gonna make adjustments. You gotta counter the adjustments.
You got to make adjustments.
Yo,